Chicago, 2011. A cop is murdered. Police and prosecutors swear they have the trigger man. He swears he didn't do it. How far will each side go to prove they're right?
Like it's just one bombshell after another, where you're like, what?
The story of a PlayStation, a brain-eating amoeba, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Off Duty, out now. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Howdy, howdy, ho, and welcome to Fantasy Fan Fellas. I'm Hayden, producer of the Fantasy Fangirls podcast and your resident lover of all things Sanderson.
And I'm Steven, your bookish internet goofball, but you can call me the Smash Daddy.
And we are currently deep diving Brandon Sanderson's fantasy epic, Mistborn. But here's the catch. Steven here has not read Mistborn before.
That's right, hey. So each week, you'll get my unfiltered, raw reactions to every single chapter.
And along the way, we'll do character deep dives, magic explainers, and Steven will even try to guess what's next. Spoiler alert, he'll be wrong.
Newsflash, I'm never wrong. Episodes come out every Wednesday, and you can find Fantasy Fan Fellas wherever you get your podcasts.
Missed calls, slow replies, messages scattered everywhere. If you're running a business, that's not just annoying, it's revenue slipping away. That's where Quo comes in, spelled Q-U-O. Quo is the #1 rated business phone system on G2. One shared business number for calls and texts. Stop missing customers. Start capturing every opportunity. Try Quo free and get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/tech. That's QUO.com/tech. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Hello and welcome back to the Psych Legal Pop Podcast. This is a podcast where we talk about popular culture through the lens of an attorney and a therapist. I'm Tess Brigham. I'm the therapist.
And I'm Brooke Brigham. I'm the attorney.
And we are back with the real lives of Mormon wives. The secret lives. Sorry.
Lives.
Secret. It's not so secret anymore. The secret lives of Mormon wives. And we're going to be talking about season 4, episodes 3 through 6. And we're also going to be talking about everything that's going on because you cannot get, if you follow pop culture or any of these shows, this is all I see on TikTok, on Instagram, is just all about the show and all of the things that are happening with the show. So we will get into all of those things. Yes. But let's first talk about the show.
We're going to do a high level overview of these episodes. Because a lot happened, so we can't get too bogged down in it. But
it's sort of the same themes, like nothing. There's no new whoa facts. It's sort of the same issues that we see over and over again. So
yeah, and it is leading up to the leading into a crescendo here.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So So episode 3 starts with Taylor finding out that Dakota slept with someone at the Vanderpump Villa and calling him up and asking him these questions. I don't know. Should we get into their relationship now? I mean, I have so many thoughts about these two.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm not sure how many weeks or months this is before she's supposed to go on go start filming The Bachelorette, but it's not very many. You know what I mean? This is very close in time. And so clearly she's devastated by this news. Okay. And this is sort of a common theme throughout these episodes is that, she is still in love with him. He is still in love with her. She is obsessed with him. She is in no way ready to go, find love on The Bachelorette. She is emotionally, unstable. She is a mess. She's a wreck. Yeah. And it's like if you're over someone, they cannot get to you like this.
Yeah.
You just don't give a shit. You're just slept with someone, good for him. She's devastated. She's crushed.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's kind of that's the theme of every single episode.
Yeah. Well, and I'm curious, what do you think of Dakota? Let's just dive in. What do you think of Dakota? What do you think? Because what do you think because I have theories of my own.
I don't know. I don't think he is. Oh God, I can't win by saying this, but there's a lot of me that is. I don't know how to say this. They're almost kind of the same person.
That's what I was going to say.
They're two sides of the same coin or something. And I don't think that he's as bad as we all think he is, just like she's not as bad as we all think she, you know what I mean? These are two very damaged people.
Yes.
And we see later when the discussion with her mom, and I remember last week I was talking about how her family is always looking at her like, what's wrong with you? And now I realize, well, that's the problem, is that her mother doesn't give her any space her mother's not a safe space.
Yes.
She cannot confide in her. She cannot trust her. She cannot tell her that her mother she is just so hard on her and she's not loving towards her. She's not a soft place to land or any, I mean, she's no support from her mother. Her mother is and again, I think her mother is clearly damaged as well.
Yes.
I mean, some of this is
generational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generational trauma. And, you know, you look at Dakota and when he's crying, that's real. You know, he does these things because he can't help himself. She does these things because she can't help herself. They've just met their match.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I absolutely agree. One of the things that drives me crazy is when you scroll through social media, everyone feels like I'm team Taylor or this person's team Dakota and how dare they? And I'm team this and that. And honestly, they're both, they are both culpable. There's both have a piece of this. And while they're both culpable, the issue is neither one of them ever stops and takes a huge step back and owns their own part of it. They are constantly looking at the other person going, it's your fault. It's your fault. Because she says this to him, if Dakota wouldn't keep doing these things, if she wouldn't provoke me, it's like, no, you have control over yourself. And that's the other part of it too, is we are seeing adults and we got this comment, I think someone from Patreon, Cheryl from Patreon, she was saying that, Taylor's 31. That's not a young person. Because I kept saying they were so young. They're so young.
Well,
and it's like, well, no, Layla is young. She's 24. But 31 isn't.
31
it's younger. It's younger than
relatively young.
It's not, but it's not 21. So I definitely agree. But that's what's scary about all of this. And that's what's so disturbing.
And she's the mother of 3.
Yes.
She's a mother. Okay. Like that, you need to grow up real quick once you become a mother. That's just the reality of it. And she has been doing this a long time. The show's been on for 4 years now or something. She's did the mom talk before that. I mean, this is not some naive deer in the headlights.
Well, hold on. This show has been on for a little over 2 years. Don't forget, they have been recording like these seasons back to back, because in episode 3 or 4, right, it's the reunion of season 3. Like they give these people it's only been a couple. I will say it's only been a couple years. I think obviously they're on a completely different platform that they thought they would never get to. But I think what we're really seeing, and we see this a lot in reality TV, is when the fame comes and you're like, oh, wait, you're not a well person at all. And it's not just that you're narcissistic or that you're goofy or you don't have self-awareness. It's like, oh, there's something deeply, deeply going on here that's, that's beyond the rest of this. So I think they're both damaged people.
Yeah. And have we ever seen, Dakota's family?
I don't think so.
Has it ever been part of the show? We don't know.
I mean, he's from like Idaho and somehow he just showed up one day. And I think she's got such abandonment issues and all that other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, so what else happens?
Well, in episode 3, is when we see Demi and Brett sing True Colors.
Yeah. Now, why are they cutting an album? What are they
That
doing?
was so perplexing. And that's one of those things where this is when you have a lack of awareness, like this thing was so meta on so many levels, because it was one of those things where, how do I describe it? It's like, on one level, like they think that what they're showing them is we're so above all of this and we're so cool and happening that we're going to sing True Colors because that speaks to us, because they don't see my true colors in this studio. But like on top of that, it's like, no, we all see exactly what you're doing. You're not fooling anyone. And it's so awful. And you know what I mean? It's like, what were you trying to do or accomplish? It's like, whatever you think you were accomplishing, it did the opposite.
Yeah. Well, these
so bad.
They'll be gone soon because they disappear pretty soon. Well,
yeah, because she keeps quitting and she keeps thinking that, I mean, again, she's quite delusional. And even now I heard that Demi's like posting stuff now about like, oh, my life is so great. And oh, aren't I, just, it's like, dear God, you really don't care about these people, do you? So anywho. And then the other thing is that like, we just see some people making up. Jen and Whitney have a talk about, right? Like we need to, like, now that we're both on Dancing with the Stars and we're both in LA, we need to get along better. Mm-hmm. And Macy and Chase make up. And that's that. That's okay. Much. Yeah.
Then they go into the season 3 reunion, right? Mm-hmm. Which, I don't know.
Well, so
we know how to talk about this.
Yeah, this show is. I agree with you. It's a hard show. I have a very hard time.
I can talk about it big picture and whatever, but like getting into what happened on this episode or that episode, I just can't. I can't even retain what. I mean, because a lot of it is just, like you said, okay, like these people getting together to have conversations about, we're going to make up or talk about something. I can't retain it.
Okay. Well, so
let's just
move along. I think it's better if we talk about just the people and what's happening. I think that's much easier than this other way around.
Okay. Well, we can dispose of Demi pretty quickly.
Yes.
Because she just, she doesn't show up to Whitney's event.
Yes. And they're all pissed.
Yeah. She does. She manages to show up for the Dancing with the Stars premiere because, they're featuring them. They're sitting right there on the floor. But after that we don't even see her.
Yeah. Well, Demi did sort of the cardinal sin of reality television, which is you pick and choose what you want to go to. And that was this big thing and this is always everybody's way. Like, God damn it, they're not coming to this event or that event. How dare they? Because we all have to be here. But I think that the fact that she and Brett weren't at the house in LA, which means that they weren't filming content and that they just showed up for the Dancing with the Stars. I'm sure that pissed everybody off, and I'm sure it pissed the producers off. And so it's a little bit of, it was interesting because there's a scene where all the women, I think after the reunion or maybe during a break of the reunion, they're all trying to talk about it. And Demi's talking about how she feels and what's going on. And she starts to rant where she's like, I just wish it was true. I wish it all happened. It would make life so much easier. And it's this weird thing where you see her where she dug herself into such a big hole that there's almost, it's a little bit Freudian when she starts to say, I wish it was this. Then it would be so much easier. It's like, I almost feel like she's saying, I wish I had just owned it. Or I wish I had admitted to this in the beginning. I wouldn't be digging myself into this hole because, she has the way she fights all of it. She's so defensive.
Yeah. And now she really can't be on the show. She has to, quote unquote, step away from the show because they're going to force her to talk about this.
Yeah.
And so in order to get away from them, she has to step away from the show so she doesn't have to talk about this affair that she had and, face her husband and face all of it. Yeah, she just thinks that she can just lie her way out of this. And it's like, it's too many people with, information and can't do it.
I mean, again, I'm not here I don't want to diagnose Demi, but she's definitely got like this personality disorder, a little bit of this borderline personality disorder. It's like she either loves you or hates you. There's something, I mean, she has a lot of, we heard about this in the first couple episodes. She seems to have a lot of emotional affairs. That this is a common practice of hers. And so I think that she is someone who's got like a self-destructive part where she needs constant kind of excitement. She needs constant, stimulation from that place and just lack of impulse control and some of these other things. And then, digging in deeper and deeper. So anyway, I think Demi's she's just gone. I mean, I think this really, and I think she knows it. She knows this was the end of it.
She can't come back unless she spills it all and she owns it all.
Yeah.
There's nothing more she can do.
Yeah. But she can't because beyond the fact that I think people think that she can't spill the beans because it would make her look bad. It's like, no, she can't do that because she can't be vulnerable. She just can't be vulnerable. So she's, do you know what I mean? It's not about her image. It's just the act of vulnerability. She would have to be honest about who she is. And she's not ready to be that. So anyway.
Okay. Let's move on to someone else. Okay. You want to talk about Whitney?
Yeah. So Whitney's killing it, apparently. Whitney's selling TV shows, movies of the week.
Yeah, she's got a Hallmark movie or something, or a Christmas movie, and she's going to star and executive produce it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what I love? I love how Connor, I mean, I hope this is sincere. I hope he's not just, putting on a front. He's so supportive of her, especially compared to some of these other husbands, who are jealous and threatened, like Zach. And he's just so supportive of her, he's like, I got your back and don't worry, you go do these things, you're killing it. And I'm holding down the fort with the kids. And, and I hope it's sincere.
I mean, I don't remember Connor ever in the first season. Like the first season of Connor was the season where it was like, are you in the witness protection program? Like, why do you keep changing your hair color and image and look?
Well, and he had a porn addiction and a Tinder. It wasn't good. Yeah, that first season, you're like, who is this loser?
Yeah.
Like, and now he's just like Mr. Mom. He's, I don't know. So again, you're wondering, I mean, is this, because again, we see him, he does, in I think season 2, he talks about his childhood abuse. And so we kind of get some sense of like, oh, okay, what was happening and acting out of things. So maybe he's just been working on himself. And this is where he got to. And maybe he just kind of realized, like, listen, there's nothing that I can do that's going to make me as much money as what she's making right now. And I better either get on board or get off the train, I mean, but he seems to be, he's at least embracing it. I think Zach is doing it, but he's not embracing it. Right. No. Zach is going to have an explosion pretty soon. He's going to.
So Whitney just broke all these records, apparently. Like she broke these records for Chicago. The box office records. I mean, you got to give the girl some credit. I mean, I did not like her season 1 at all. Now I'm just like, meh. I think she's not someone I would be friends with, but like it's interesting to see her and how in some ways, they're all mad at her for what's going on. But she was the only one that kind of walked in here with a lot of, with being really blunt and honest about like, no, I'm back for this. And this is what I want. And this is what I'm going to get. And yeah, I mean, she told you all what she wanted and where she was going to go and what she was going to do. So,
yeah. And I think it's dumb that they were mad at her because she wouldn't fly to Utah for, for like
Macy's.
an hour to go to Macy's book thing.
Mm-hmm. That I thought was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. It's like, yeah, come on, be realistic. And there's a lot of that in this group. It's like, if you don't show up for everybody's thing, no matter what, then you're a bad mom talker.
Yeah, that means you're not supportive. And they were ripping on Jen until they saw that she was actually really, really sick. And they're like, oh, okay, I guess we can't.
But then they didn't even really believe she was sick. When they hung up, they made a comment about how, oh, is she really sick? She just faking it, acting.
Yeah.
But
I mean, but that's the problem because they all would, God forbid you comment on someone not being there. And so, they're going to, the minute they can turn that around, they're going to use it on you of like, no, so you didn't show up to this event.
Mm-hmm.
And this, again, I think there's not a lot of grace for life with some of these things. Like, everyone knows Dancing with the Stars is really, really hard, but I was kind of surprised that Jen thought it would be a couple hours a day. I mean, I think that now we all know it's like an 8-hour, you're dancing for a good 6 hours and then you're doing press and outfit fittings.
It's like 7 days a week. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you get one day off to rest your feet or something, but the rest of it's terrible. So I'm always surprised, but I also think that, she, who here has not obligated yourself to something and then been like, oh crap, there's no way I can go and do this. So yeah, I'm Team Whitney on that one.
Okay. So, we can talk. Yeah. And we'll talk more about when they all get together for this LA trip. But okay. So let's talk about Macy and Jacob. And now he's pretty much, he doesn't work either, right? He's pretty much supporting her career. It
sounds like it. I mean, I don't think any of these men are working or have worked. I mean, if they were working before, they're definitely not working now.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if, I don't know, but he seems pretty supportive, and he's, and, I didn't really know all this stuff about Macy until I was watching this episode and I started researching her past. Because she's got this book coming out about her life. And so she was, I know when she was in college, she got pregnant her sophomore year and the father of the child died in a car accident. But did she have some sort of abuse before that?
Yeah, that's the part I'm not quite sure about. It's like, I know she got pregnant young. And then in these episodes, didn't she say she got pregnant at 16? Maybe I'm wrong about that.
That's the other 19. One, Michaela.
Oh, I thought it was also Macy, but okay. So, but yeah, I don't know if the guy that died is also the person that was abusive. That's the part I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So when she was 15 or 16, she had a abusive boyfriend, violent boyfriend. Okay. Yeah. It's coming back to me. So and then Jacob adopted her baby that she had when she was in college. And I think, did she graduate from college? I'm not sure. And then they went on to have more kids. But anyway, her memoir's coming out and, her publicist is fussing at her because she's not doing enough. And that she's worried about the book sales. And then this I thought was interesting, and I'm kind of surprised that it happened. But so she and Jesse and someone else were asked to do some sort of a collab with with Call Her Daddy, Alex Cooper's Unwell brand. And it happened to be on the same day as Macy's book launch. And Jessie actually, went and, canceled the thing with Alex Cooper so that she could do this for Macy, because Macy was really wanted her there and was hurt that she went. It's like, well, good for you, Jessie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have done that.
Well, you know what? I like Jessie. I've always liked Jessie. Even I know people thought she was super boring in the first season or whatever, but I think that she is obviously the one who is the most, the most emotionally healthy. I think she and Macy are the ones that I think have done the most work on themselves or have an awareness of self. And I think that everything she said was very right on, which is, I didn't realize that because this is the other thing too, is Macy never expressed how she felt. She's not wrong. Macy told other people about how she felt about Jessie missing her event. And so, yeah, I mean, she told Jessie how she felt, and Jessie was like, she didn't dismiss her. She didn't get defensive. She didn't get angry. She said, I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah. Got it. There'll be other things like that. This is important to you. I'm here. So
it's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry she's married to such a loser, but not for long.
Yeah, not for long. Spoiler alert. So they have this book event, and there's a full house, people lined up, and Jacob's out there making videos. And
yeah, I mean, he for the most part has always been very, doesn't get in the mix of things. I mean, this is the most I've ever seen him talk about anything. And, we do see one little moment of him, though, of him being like, oh, maybe you should do this, or you should do that, or you should handle this way or that way. And Macy just didn't want to hear it. And I do think that sometimes with these, because of it's all about like mom talk is busting down the patriarchy. It's every time these men make any kind of suggestions, I know that people, it's almost, you're kind of keeping your eye out for that. But I'll be honest, like Steve does that to me all the time. I mean, I think it's kind of a man thing. Like, telling you like, you should do it this way, and this way. And then you're like, well, I don't want to. And then be like, no, let me argue with you about like how it should be this way. And then you're finally like, this is my thing. Like so again, I don't think he's I don't think he's a toxic person by any means. I just think that he's a white man in our country.
He's just coasting along.
A white straight man who believes that everything he has to say is important and everyone should stop and listen to it. So
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I like Macy. She seems very down to earth.
Macy's the only one that I could see myself being friends with.
Yeah.
Outside of all this. Okay, we do need to talk about Jessie. Well, there's Layla, who is, God, I always forget that she's 20. Like, I forget how young she is. And then while I forget how much older all these other women are, I mean, she's 24. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah. And she's just kind of there. I don't know. I mean, she's just, she has her interviews, and then her current boyfriend of the moment, what is his name? Mason. He doesn't have much to offer. He won't be around very long, probably.
No, I think they're broken up by now.
Yeah.
I think Mason is a man about town. I don't think he wanted to get locked into this woman with 2 kids. And there's always those questions like, are they just there for clout? Are they just hanger-oners? Do they just want, And I'm sure that's a hard part of all of this too, and I think that's the other element with Taylor and Dakota is, I think in the back of Taylor's mind all the time is, does this man really love me? Or does he just want to stay in this with me because it's on television, because he can be famous? But I don't know. I mean, Layla's dream is to be a Ford model. And the thing is, 24 is a little old to start modeling. I mean, I know some people do after college, but I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, she's tall and thin. She's got long legs. I mean, she's got the figure that they're looking for, but I don't know how that's going to work. Anyway.
Yeah, we've never seen her walk a runway. We don't know like what kind of presence she has in that capacity. And also, I mean, yeah, she's beautiful and whatever, but it takes more than that to be a successful model. You have to have some sort of, quality, this undescribable whatever, whatever it is. You can't make it up. You have it or you don't. And so I don't know if she really has it. Because, she just comes off as being so just young. And I don't know.
Yeah, I think she could do some local modeling. And I think she could, and it seems like she does do that. But yeah, she doesn't have, even like the most famous models they're pretty, but they're not the prettiest. It's just because they have the face and the angles of their face with makeup and da-da-da-da-da. So, yeah. And then the other person before we get to Jesse and Jordan is Miranda. And Miranda's the other person that I really like. She's my favorite. Sorry. I think I like Miranda a little more than Macy, but I like Miranda because Miranda's like, listen, you all know I was a swinger. You all know what was going on in my life. You all know the story. So I'm not going to pretend this is who I am. And she's funny. She's just like, yeah, I didn't come back for clout. I came back for money.
Yeah. She's the voice of reason.
Yeah.
She really is the voice of reason on this show. And she doesn't have that kind of desperation of, I need a man, which I think is refreshing. She's just she's doing her own thing. And she's happy to comment on all these other people.
Well, and she also makes this other point too, where she talks about like, I know Macy and Chase don't get along, but I have a really good parenting relationship with him. And so I'm not going to screw that up by defending Macy or getting into, because I think that if this was a situation where it was Taylor or one of these other girls, I think they would have gotten into his face and like, how did you say that about my friend Macy? Ba, 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 ba. But I think she's just much more realistic of, I can't control him.
Yeah. Why would I get involved in this?
Yeah. This isn't about me and I'm not married to him anymore. But I need to co-parent. So I'm not going to ruin that. Over something stupid.
Yeah.
So, all right. So Jesse and Jordan, have you, this Jordan, he's not so bad in these episodes, but he is just, I want to know about him. I want to know about his life. Like, what was he doing before he married her? Who is he?
Yeah, we need to look into this because she says something like, she says something along the lines of, he's hard to be married to, but it would be even harder to be divorced from him or something like that.
Yeah.
Because did they have kids together?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Because he's going to be a pain in the ass. They're going to have a terrible divorce. He's going to want, whatever. And she has a lot of money and he doesn't. And
yeah, I mean, so I was watching some video earlier about how, I guess Jesse had originally, this again, these are just things I'm hearing online, but that apparently Jesse said to him, I'm going to file for divorce. So he then ran out and filed for divorce first and thinking that was like a power play. But I was watching someone's video and they were saying that Utah is not a 50-50 state. That, that usually when marriages are over 10 years and there's, all of that, lots of times it will come out to be 50-50, but that usually in these kinds of cases, they've only been married 5 years. So, so that usually if you've only been married 5 years, Jordan has not given up his life and his ability to work. So that apparently what they then do is look at, okay, where were you at? What did you bring into the marriage?
Yeah,
where were you at there? How do we establish you back to where you originally were when you got married?
That's going to be a downgrade for him.
And that's going to be a real downgrade for him because I don't think he's going to get all the money that he thinks he's going to
it's
get. He's going to have to get
division.
a little thing called a JOB, a job. Or he's got to make dad. This is again why we see him.
This is why he's so
dad talk. Yeah.
He's so into dad talk. He's like, I need another stream of income.
Yeah.
Because
this woman's ready to divorce me.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Because she's been saying, I want a divorce. She just doesn't want to have to bite the bullet and do it, because then it's going to suck.
Yeah. I can't wait. Well, and the other thing too is apparently she was going on Call Her Daddy, Jessie was, to like spill all the tea. But I don't know. Maybe that's happening. Maybe she already recorded it. That's going to be interesting, because I think there's a bunch of stuff with this guy that we don't see. The fact that they get into fights and she's the one that leaves and goes to a hotel tells you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like she has to get away from him. So, anywho, yes. Ooh. Oh, Jessie, I'm fighting for you. The other thing is
go ahead.
I was just going to say, all of these things that they try to do, like the speed dating and all that kind of stuff. That was another thing that I thought was really interesting, because we see Taylor in this speed dating. It's like, she's struggling to have conversations. Like she doesn't even know how to date. Like they all talked about Jessie and how like, oh, Jessie's so flirty. She's so good. It's like, no, Jessie's good at this because she's a businesswoman. And and I'm sorry, but by the age of 31, you should be able to sit down in front of anybody and have at least a 30-minute conversation.
Yeah.
I can sit down with anyone and I can find enough crapola to talk about. Even if you don't ask me one question, I have enough that I can do that I can. So it's a little odd to see Taylor, and there was someone else, like, it was just like awkward. Like you the way in which you're relating to people.
I also feel like she doesn't care. She doesn't want to hone her small talk skills.
Who? Taylor?
Taylor.
Yes. That's true.
She seems so uninterested in this. It's not even funny. Like she could care less.
You know what I think?
Or she couldn't care less is the correct saying. But
I think that she got the offer. I'm sure it was really good money. It was very exciting. And I think that in her mind, she thought to herself, this will be the solution to my Dakota problem.
Yeah.
Thinking that once I sign on the dotted line, then all of these other things are going to go away. And what she's finding is, oh, wait a second, me just signing up for the Bachelorette wasn't enough. And I'm sure it wasn't enough once she got there too. I think she, it's one of those things where people, people sign up for a gym and then they're like, okay, this is the solution to my weight loss problem. Losing weight.
I signed up.
I signed up. And it's like, that's kind of it. And it gives you a little bit of a burst and it gives you some structure, but you still have to do the hard work. And you're right. She never stopped and did the work of like, this is very complicated because I have a child with this person. How do I separate from them?
Yeah. And she doesn't want to.
No.
She's in love with him. She's still in love with him. She does not want to get rid of him. She does not want to move on. She doesn't care. And they're just desperately trying to get her in the right mind space, headspace, whatever. And she's not having it.
No.
But I want to talk about Michaela and what's her husband's name? Josh? Jace. God, these names. Wow. Her story, the more I learn about her, she's having a rough time. She has this chronic inflammatory response syndrome that you get from mold exposure. So I don't know when she was exposed to mold. I don't know if it was maybe in her childhood. But at some point she had mold exposure and she's been dealing with this, and it causes these skin issues. Cause I used to always look at her neck and think, what is wrong with her neck? She's got this neck that looks like an accordion with like and it's from this disease. I finally figured out. And, she's just really going through it. And when she's in LA, she goes to this doctor who injects her with stem cells into all these places on her face. And Whitney comes to support her. because I guess she and Whitney used to be really close, and then they had a falling out. Now they're back together. And so Whitney's trying to support her. But, and then her whole past of basically now was it her husband I know she got pregnant at 16 with Jace, right? And he was 21 at the time. I don't know if she had past. Should she have past sexual abuse before that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this girl's been through a lot.
Yes. I mean, and that's that whole thing where they're talking about like intimacy, which basically is code for sex, which is
right.
She obviously, she doesn't feel like having sex with you because she was abused, never had, didn't process any of that. Boom, 16, gets pregnant. And it sounds like maybe on the first time or something. And then she's locked into marriage, and now and it sounds like she's never enjoyed sex. It's been this obligation.
It's traumatizing. Yeah. And that pissed me off too, is that basically they're at a point now, and they have since separated.
Yes.
Since this filming, they're at a point now where Jace is like, well, you need to get whatever, you need to get help and be able to have sex with me. Like that is his primary focus. Not the fact that she's physically very ill, that she has a newborn baby, small children, trauma, past trauma. And it's like, all you care about is getting laid.
Yeah.
That's your number one priority. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, just leave, Michaela. You don't need this shit.
Yeah.
And she did.
And she did. And I saw a video of her. Apparently she's living in LA because apparently like the weather, like she's just like, I'm at the beach with my kids. And I think she's just like, I need to take care of my health and I can still make TikToks here. So here I go. And good for her. I give her a lot of credit because of anyone, you would think she might have the hardest time, but you're like, you go, Michaela, you don't need this shit.
You don't need this shit. And that Jace, I don't think I've barely ever heard him say 2 words. And he thinks he's going to be a TikTok star. I don't think so. He's just like a tree stump. It's just to sit there, Psych Legal Pop will be right back after these messages.
Chicago, 2011. A cop is murdered. Police and prosecutors swear they have the trigger man. He swears he didn't do it. How far will each side go to prove they're right?
Like it's just one bombshell after another, where you're like, what?
The story of a PlayStation, a brain-eating amoeba, and the relentless pursuit of justice. Off Duty, out now. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Howdy, howdy, ho, and welcome to Fantasy Fan Fellas. I'm Hayden, producer of the Fantasy Fangirls podcast and your resident lover of all things Sanderson.
And I'm Steven, your bookish internet goofball, but you can call me the Smash Daddy.
And we are currently deep diving Brandon Sanderson's fantasy epic, Mistborn. But here's the catch. Steven here has not read Mistborn before.
That's right, hey. So each week, you'll get my unfiltered, raw reactions to every single chapter.
And along the way, we'll do character deep dives, magic explainers, and Steven will even try to guess what's next. Spoiler alert, he'll be wrong.
Newsflash, I'm never wrong. Episodes come out every Wednesday, and you can find Fantasy Fan Fellas wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, let's get into LA. Because everybody from Mom Talk, except to me, they all rent this house in LA for them to film content and talk and hang out together. So
and to go to the premiere. Of
the Dancing with the Stars premiere. That's right. The premiere was because that guy Harry. Josie.
Oh God, Harry Jowsey.
Jowsey. He's after the Dancing with the Stars. Like he comes by the house that night, right?
Yeah, or maybe that night or the next night. Again, an attempt to get Taylor to be able to, talk to a stranger. And, have small talk with a stranger.
And that interaction is like you see this with her with Ben as well. Like there's no, it's like she never really talks to Ben. She talks about Ben to other people, or she, you know, she can't talk to Harry at all. She can't, you know, and then what she does say is like, oh yeah, this is one of my baby daddies. Oh yeah, we hate each other, or we're this or that. And it's just kind of like, and then the minute Harry and Dakota become friends, she flips out. And that's the thing. I mean, both of them, they both know what they're doing. Like Dakota knows that being friendly with Harry is going to get under her skin. So he does it. And so she reacts. And
also, what is he supposed to do? She is introducing this guy to him.
Yeah.
And Dakota's just being friendly. What is he supposed to do? Oh, well, I better leave now. You know, I mean.
Well, and that's the thing that is, I think, again, I've heard many stories that Dakota does a lot of these manipulative things. There's also talk now about like who released that he released the video and what was the time.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay. We'll talk about the timing of the video and all of those things. But I do, at the end of the day, you cannot be mad at Dakota for sleeping with some woman in Vanderpump Villa or for chatting with Harry, even if he knows. And even if he knows that, yeah, probably being friendly with Harry is going to bug her, even if he knows that, it's a little bit of, she sees that as such this violation and how dare he, because every time he does something that makes her feel something that she doesn't want to feel, it's him. And that's the problem. It's him. Well, it's like, no, Taylor, what's going on with you? You have to take accountability and be, and it's like, just be realistic. The reality is you're not together. He owes you nothing. He does not, does not need to be faithful.
Well, now, is this the night they've already slept together, right?
I think this is the night they sleep together. I think this is the night they sleep together.
I thought they slept together like basically the first night. And I don't know if that was that night. No, it was the night before because they had gone to I think it was the night before. But anyway,
it all blends.
Yeah, yeah. So they're sleeping together. I'm sure that wasn't the only night they slept together.
Yeah, I mean, basically they're fighting, getting into the same fights they get into. And then the next day someone walks into Dakota's room and there's Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, they're staying in the same house. They can't get away from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was stupid. And that Harry guy, he really didn't understand what he was walking into or who these people were, what was going on. And then he's like, well, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Because he's like, this is weird energy.
It's like, what am I in the middle of here?
But you know that Taylor doesn't have, that she has no, like she really doesn't get dating or what it's like or small talk or any of those things. You don't start by being like, oh, we hate each other. This is my baby daddy. And this is one of my baby daddies and da-da-da. It's like, hey, hi, how are you? How do you like LA? You know, I mean, where do you live?
Yeah.
Like it's just so and she's 31 years old.
Yeah.
Like that's the part that's like, how did we miss this?
Yeah. So other things that happened in LA.
Yes.
They are, the women all go out for breakfast or brunch or something. And, guess who just happens to be across the street and comes over to the restaurant? Jesse Palmer, host of The Bachelorette. It's like, oh my God, what are you
You think all of
here?
That was staged?
Of course it was. Yes.
It's a small town.
No, he just happens to show up. And again, Taylor looks nonplussed. She's just kind of like, oh, hi. She just like, she is not playing the game at all. She
Well, yeah, Jesse's like, didn't he ask her, like, aren't you excited? And blah, 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 blah. And she's like, yeah, excited.
There's nothing anyone can do to get Taylor excited about this.
No.
She's just thinking about when can we go back to the house so I can see Dakota again.
And either fight or fuck. One of the two.
One of the two. I'll do either one. I love it.
I'll do either one. Which is
As long
true.
as
It's all the same to them. It's all the
Exactly.
same. It's all the same thing.
As long as she can engage with him, she is
Mhm.
happy.
Yeah, that's it. As long as they can affect each other's worlds, they are happy.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah. So they run into Jesse at the restaurant. What else happens?
What else happens? I don't know. The dad talk is trying to make videos.
Yeah.
They're trying to get content. And then Jordan comes out with that question box or whatever it is.
God, I mean, the producers must be like, oh yeah, because they're really using Jordan. They're like, we need to get something with Vanderbilt Villa. We'll get Jordan to do it. We need them to get the box out. All right, let's get him to do it. I mean, he's desperate. Desperate.
Yeah, and I don't even remember the conversations with the box. It was Whitney's like, I'm not doing this. I'm leaving. She's trying to just stay positive and non-controversial. She's got too much on the line right now. She's trying to make deals. She's not trying to get in a fight with anyone. She just wants to be easy breezy. So she's not going to play. And I don't know, somehow it always comes back to Taylor and Dakota, I'm sure. I don't even remember. Like, some of these scenes are so uninteresting that I can't pay attention. I can't care. I'm just like, okay, let's move on to something more meaty than this.
Yeah. Like I said, they pack a lot into one episode. They really do. There's a lot, but yet nothing. Because it's the same things. It's like, okay, the box reveals that Macy's upset that Jesse didn't come to her thing. Okay, now we're back to like who's showing up for who and blah, 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 blah. It's like the fights are always the same.
Yeah, that is it. It's like, you didn't show up for me. You didn't come to my event. You didn't support me. That's the crux of all of it.
And that's a lot of the Housewives stuff too.
Yeah, it's true.
So, all right.
What else can you get women to fight about? You know?
I guess so. There is one, what happens episode 5 and 6 is this is the stuff where Taylor comes back from LA. She sees her mom. And we talked a little bit about her mom not being a safe space, but it's essentially like her mom and sister, they all sit down and God, this mother is as immature as she is. I mean, because the reality is that, this is your kid, even though she's 31, she is your kid. And she does not, she feels like she has to lie to you, about her life because she knows how judgmental and disapproving you're going to be. Like Taylor's already shaming herself for sleeping with Dakota. You piling on isn't helping. And the fact that mom, like, it seems like her sister understands that, but mom doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. And, the mom seems to think that, like, if you just, her answer to everything is to find, get back with the religion and then everything will be fine. And I mean, the mom is just delusional, but.
Well, yeah, this advice of, well, just stop doing it. It's like saying to an addict, well, stop using drugs. It's like, yeah, if it was that easy, this wouldn't be a problem. She can't. And so there's no, and that's what I always said when all these scenes with Taylor and her family, there is no empathy, no anything from anybody in this family. They really treat her like she is this mess of a person. And so therefore she's being seen that way. So she's like, well, she just gets messier and messier and messier. And so they keep telling her, you're so messy. So she's just when Taylor yells, these fights that she gets in with her mom, they're like, I just need you to hear me. I just want you to hear me. I just want you to see me. Just listen to me. Yeah. That's the same stuff with Dakota. Just listen to me. Just listen to me. All this woman wants is to be listened to. But again, she keeps trying to be listened by people that can't listen. And that's the other thing. So it's a little bit of, yes, you're not getting what you need from these people, but yeah, your job is to figure out where you can get that from, not just keep trying to go back to that same person. Yeah.
And who was it in the group who kind of put their finger on it that
it was Jesse?
Yeah,
who
Jesse
said your core wound.
Yeah, said, you have this wound from your father, and you didn't feel loved. You felt abandoned by your father, and so you're trying to go around looking for that, and you're trying to look for it in Dakota, and
and also, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, that is that. Well, yeah, you can probably explain it better, but.
No, I mean, I was just going to say that Jesse was saying you're looking for it's about the abandonment, and it's also about like you don't think you're worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think you think this is all you're worth is this stuff, is this destruction and this toxic relationship. And I guess I knew in the back of, I guess I didn't quite know the full story, but the fact that I don't know if we get into this by the end of 6, where she meets with that genealogist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and she finds out that she has half siblings, and she finds out that her dad is in Colorado, but it's very sad. Like the dad doesn't even want to see her.
I thought the dad died. Maybe
no, I think he's alive. He just doesn't want to see her.
Oh.
Like the family doesn't want to have anything to do with her, apparently. I don't know what the backstory is, but I think that's, very, what Jesse's saying is very right on, which is.
Yeah, no, that must be incredibly painful that, your father has never cared in all these years to even find you or try to talk to you or reach out to you. And yeah, she doesn't feel worthy, lovable, all that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah. It's written all over everything. We can all see it. So,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
all right. Do you want to get into the nitty gritty?
Yes. So
into the dirt.
I can't believe it was just a week ago. We didn't even know all this. This is, what day did this break? Was it like Monday? I don't remember. Anyway. Okay. So the timeline is, so the first, as we've discussed, season 1, episode 1 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, we see Taylor get arrested after a domestic violence incident with Dakota. So this is February 2003 is the arrest, and she was charged with felony aggravated assault, domestic violence in the presence of a child, multiple felony counts of that, misdemeanor child abuse, and misdemeanor criminal mischief. So what we didn't know at the time, and this is according to Harvey Levin at TMZ, who TMZ got a copy of the video. We don't know how, but he confirmed on his podcast that in 2023, the police had the video. Okay. So that means Dakota, because it was filmed by Dakota, this video of the altercation in the house was given. He gave the video to the police. So when they were litigating her case and, deciding what was going to happen, they had this video. Now, we all saw the video about a week ago. It became public. TMZ published it. And, there's something about a video that just takes something from one level to the next level. And a lot of people have been talking about the Ray Rice case, where the NFL player who he had assaulted his fiance or wife, can't remember which one it was, but in an elevator. And at first, the only image that they had was him coming out of the elevator, but he was dragging her. She was unconscious, and he was dragging her out of the elevator. The NFL saw that. They gave him a 2-game suspension. Later, video came out from inside the elevator that showed him beating her savagely in the elevator. And then his career was over. Lifetime suspension. And you can never unsee that. Once you see that, there's no he said, she said.
Yeah.
There's no, that's, you're watching it. It's right there. And this is really what this video is.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually seeing, and you know what? So many people, again, are, trying to make excuses for, oh, well, Dakota provoked her and this and that. And it's like, okay, that could be true. But provoking is different than physical violence.
Mm-hmm.
Her response to the provoking was to be physically violent. And I thought it was I've never been in a fight in my life, thank God. Okay. And this video made me feel like really uncomfortable. Just, it was so, she was putting him in a headlock. She was pulling his hair. She was punching him. She was anything she could do. He's just trying to fight her off.
Mm-hmm.
And he was not hitting back. He was not fighting back, obviously, because he's filming it. But, even if he was, I don't know, she was still physically engaging in the fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And then she threw a couple of metal chairs at him, like really threw them. Like I was surprised at the strength.
Yeah.
Whatever that she had. And I'm surprised he didn't get injured by that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he did. I mean, I can't remember if any of them hit her or any of them hit him. But her daughter, who at the time I think was like 5 or something, was asleep on the couch in the same room where she's throwing these chairs.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is she was super intoxicated, which the police report indicates.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if she heard the child crying, because the child was crying.
Mm-hmm.
And then the child got hit with one of the chairs and really started crying and was screaming, "Mommy, mommy." And it was like Taylor didn't even hear it. She was in another world.
Yeah.
She was in her own world. And it just kind of went on and on and on. And, I went back and I watched the episode 1 when they were talking to her outside the house. And she really was out of it. I mean, you could tell she was impaired. She was inebriated with something. And alcohol is a theme that goes through all these things with Dakota and with her ex-husband, Tate. Because they had a custody thing that said that neither one of the parents could drink alcohol when they had their custody time with their kids. So, anyway, so the way that was resolved was that she entered what's called a plea in abeyance to count 1, or actually to 1 count of 3rd-degree felony aggravated assault. And so what the plea in abeyance means is that they put you on probation, so on 3 years probation. And as long as you don't screw up in those 3 years, and as long as you comply with their requirements, she had to do a substance abuse and a domestic violence evaluation. If you successfully complete probation, then the felony is reduced to a Class A misdemeanor, and then that conviction is entered. So that was 2023. In August of 2023, she was sentenced, or when she entered the plea. And so she had to make it till August 2026.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, Harvey Levin also said that at one point that she was, complying with her probation terms and whatnot, and they offered her early termination of probation, and she declined. And she said, "No, I want to stay on it. I like the structure," which I thought was odd. So she could have had it terminated early, and then this wouldn't be a probation violation. It would be a new case. And the difference is a probation violation, to prove a probation violation, is the standard's very low. It's basically probable cause. You did something. It's not guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. So if she was not on probation and they had to start all over again with a new case, they'd have to prove her guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So now she's definitely in violation of her probation.
How though? Get that. Can I ask you? So here's my question. If that video that he took was from that night, right? The video that he took of her was from that night, and the police saw it, and that's what she was convicted of, right? That incident. So then why is now the video is public?
No,
So
there's
that's
a new, because there's a new allegation. We're talking
Okay.
about the violation is the new allegation. So
Is the new
February-
allegation the one with the chairs?
no,
Oh,
That's-
okay. So the chairs
that's the
is
old
the
one.
incidents. It was the thing that got her on probation.
right.
Okay. Oh, so I guess I have not seen what the latest is. Then.
Okay, so on
Okay.
February 24th and 25th, they got into a fight. That's why they put the
Oh.
filming on hold.
Got it. Okay. Now I'm with it. Sorry. I was just struggling with all of this. It's all over the place. Okay, got it. Because we did talk about this on our Hot Topics Patreon about these fights. Okay. I'm with you now.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay, so whatever happened in February, they can easily show, I'm sure, that it's a violation of probation. And that's when the filming was put on hold. That was in February, and they opened a domestic violence investigation because there's allegations in both directions. And they had ordered both of them to do a psych eval and some other kind of evaluation, actually. And so, yeah, so there's pending possible pending charges on that. And so before the video became public, people were like, well, is the Bachelorette going to go forward? Because it's supposed to premiere tonight, actually, as we're recording this. And, ABC was saying, well, we're looking into it, or they're having meetings about it, whatever. As we reported, Cinnabon pulled out as a sponsor.
Cinnabon is not going to be associated with this. We're just about ooey gooey bready.
Yeah. So, but I'm sure there were other sponsors who were thinking the same thing. Well, what should we do? Then, once the actual video came out, then basically ABC was forced to cancel the season.
So this is one of I don't know if this is a theory or if this has been proven, because a lot of people are saying, listen, ABC knew about this video. ABC's always known about the video. That the video isn't new to them. It was the fact that it was aired.
Yeah.
It was aired. That's what everyone's saying, that it's not, because everyone's like, why aren't they doing enough background checks, or why aren't they checking this out and that out? And I think it's sort of people, they're realizing, like, I think these people do see, they want the chaos of the person. They just don't want anything negative to come out. And I think that's the thing. They wanted Taylor partially for the fame and the synergy and all that other stuff. But I think because they saw her as someone who, was interesting to watch.
They knew she would be compelling television, because we've seen some clips, and she throws some tantrums. But here's the thing, that clearly they knew about her arrest and the conviction, whatever. I don't know if they knew about the video, because if the video is police evidence, how would they get it? They would have had to, the only way to get it would be to subpoena it. There's no pending lawsuit under which you can issue a subpoena. You have to have a pending matter that's relevant to the subpoena. There wasn't one. So I don't know. I don't think they knew. I have no idea.
I could see it both ways. It's like these days there's such corporate greed in all of these corporations. It's hard to have faith in them. But
how is ABC going to go to the Draper City Police Department or whatever this is and say, give me everything in that Taylor Frankie Paul file?
Well, I don't know. And that's the thing. I think people assume that maybe if you do a background check on someone, that you should have access to something like that, or you would have the ability, but you're saying, no, you don't.
No, it's not necessarily, it's not like public police records are not, again, you'd have to
public.
Yeah. It's not a public record.
So, are you still on the timeline?
Well, let's see. We have, so that March 19th, the footage leaked. I think the ABC canceled The Bachelorette like 2 days later. And then since then, Dakota has gone to court. He's been granted a temporary restraining order and temporary custody of their children or their child ever. And I guess something's happening April 7th. Maybe it's like a court hearing or something. But until then, until the court issues otherwise, Taylor cannot see her child.
Mm.
And then Tate Paul, he's the father of Indy and Ocean. It's unclear if he has filed for anything. They showed TMZ again, showed a picture of him at the courthouse. He ran into Dakota at the courthouse.
Oh, Harvey Levin?
Both there. Well, no, someone was there, snapped a picture,
okay.
gave it to TMZ. And so it's unclear what's going on with him, but I'm sure he's doing his own legal things. He claims that he never saw the video. Tate is saying that and this is involving his children because DCSF didn't do anything after the incident. They said they only removed children who are in immediate danger. They didn't think, whatever danger the child then had passed, it was being dealt with and taken care of and whatever. So nothing was done. He didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he knew his child was injured because if he did, he would have asked her for an explanation.
Mm-hmm.
And,
or that Taylor was drinking when.
Yeah. And she wasn't supposed to be drinking in the presence of their children. So she's in violation of that too. So that's kind of the state of things right now.
Yeah. Well, when you watch the video, the 2023 video with Taylor, you're absolutely right where it's like she's in her own world. She doesn't even know what's going on. And it's in those moments where you see her, how she's like a toddler having a tantrum, or a teenager having a tantrum. So, and you can see it's like visceral. She's just like, she's
like a wild animal.
Yeah. She doesn't know what to do with her feelings. She doesn't know what to do with the anger or the resentment. She doesn't know what to do with the fact that this man says one thing and does the other. She doesn't know what to do. And a lot of people, I know that there's been theories that, well, is it that Dakota gave TMZ the video?
Well, that's
he the one that was responsible for giving him the video?
Well, we don't know. Harvey Levin will not disclose how he got it. But the point is, at first everyone was pointing the finger at Dakota like, oh, he sold it to them. Mm-hmm. Well, he's not the only one with a copy. Okay. Mm-hmm. It could have been some guy inside of the Draper Police Department. Mm-hmm. Or who knows how many other people have this video.
See, this is the part that, again, I'm not defending Dakota's behavior because I do think he's kind of an F-boy. But again, that doesn't make you that doesn't mean that you're a violent person. I really think the thing is that everyone's like, oh, Dakota put that out as a way of spoiling the Bachelorette for her or anything. It's like, whether he did that or not, this is the problem. This is the thing. It doesn't matter. Taylor has to take accountability for her behavior on, that's a little bit of what I find really disappointing about social media and the way we discuss these things is we get so into who do we blame, who is wrong, who can we point the finger, who's good, who's bad, and depending on your own life and your own circumstances, you're going to pick whatever side you're going to pick versus ever just saying, there's something about personal responsibility. And they're both, she's got to take some ownership of this. And apparently she's on TikTok kind of still posting videos and like reposting people who like it. And again, that's her prerogative, but it shows you her thinking, which is, these people don't understand me and I'm going to stand up for what's right. And I'm going to act unbothered and I don't care. And they're going to see how powerful. It's like, Taylor, you need to be like, this is your life. Like you should not be posting videos that you think are performative. You should be you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. And also, she really duped the Bachelorette people again, they were stupid to bet on her to begin with.
Well,
too much of a liability. But now what's coming out, and you see that we know all this. I mean, the episodes are already out. She tells Dakota tells her basically, where is it? At the end when so right before the night before she's supposed to go, he says something like, "Save a rose for me."
Mm-hmm.
And he clearly still wants her. He says he wants to be with her. Yeah. Save a rose for me. The next morning she spends the night with him, and then the next morning she misses her flight because she doesn't want to get up she doesn't want to go. And then the minute she gets back, she's with him. She breaks up with the guy who she, had to choose on the Bachelorette. Anyway, that's getting.
Do you think that the other women, the other mom talk women kept, I think some of it was produced, they have to have storylines, the speed dating, the this and that. Mm-hmm. But I do wonder if like Macy and Jesse, they could almost see the writing on the wall of like, listen, Taylor, you're attached to us. And so if this all, like we need for you to be more together for this, because this is all going to fall apart. And it's exactly what happened. Is, what happened.
It could be, someone, either it was their idea or the show's idea, but they know, and they know, like, these are both Disney owned shows. They're like, we need this to work. You need to take this seriously, because apparently the Bachelorette is just kind of hanging on, it's not doing great. And it's a Hail Mary. This was a Hail Mary.
Yeah. That's why I thought, I said like everybody else, I thought it was a good casting choice. I think it was a way to listen. I don't watch The Bachelorette, but this would have made me watch it. I think it was a way to get people, you've got your Bachelorette people that are going to watch regardless. You want to open this up to a new audience. They're all part of the ABC Disney family. So, okay. So I think it makes complete sense. I just think that they didn't know. I think that Taylor maybe presented herself differently to them, and they bought it, or they decided to buy it. No,
it's
maybe
hard to believe though, because she can't even present herself on this show with people trying to help her. How was she able to convince ABC? Yeah, I'm your gal. A good agent, a good manager. It's a disaster.
To talk for you?
I guess so. Yeah. Because she couldn't sell this herself.
Yeah. Well,
she can barely function.
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
Everything is every feeling, every emotion, everything is just, it's like on the surface. It's just, you brush against her wrong, and it's, that the anger and the frustration. She doesn't feel heard. She doesn't feel seen, which is also really fascinating for someone who's on television.
Yeah. On reality TV.
She's on reality TV. She's very famous. She's the most famous person on the show. She's got the most TikTok followers, and she is desperate to be seen. Desperate. And that's what I think is really sad and hard to watch. I would love to see a Taylor redemption arc. I really would.
Well, that's what everyone was hoping for. But as soon as you start watching this season of Mormon Wives, you're like, oh no, she's nowhere near in a place to be doing that.
Yeah.
So now everyone is talking about the lawsuits that are going to follow.
Okay.
This woman is going to she's costing so much money to. They're going to rue the day they ever decided to do this. So so you have potentially, it's not just like advertisers or, the brand trades that they do, the hotels, the airlines, whatever that they get promoted on the show in exchange for, you're going to stay at this hotel or whatever. It's not just that. It's, the insurance companies. So, you have to have insurance for all of this stuff. there's going to be so much litigation just between the insurance companies of, who's going to, is the insurance company going to be liable for this? Are they going to be liable for that? Because they're not going to want to pay out a bunch of money to pay for all this stuff.
Insurance companies never want to pay for anything ever.
No. So they're going to fight it. They'd rather pay attorneys than pay out claims. So just the insurance company litigation alone. And then you have the employees who are all the editors and who are supposed to be working on I didn't realize this. I thought that once a show aired, it was completely, every episode was edited and
me too.
Go. Well, no, we're learning that they only have like maybe a couple episodes edited and ready to go. And then they edit as they go along, depending, I think, on
viewer response.
On what happens? I don't know. I'm not, because everything's filmed.
Yeah. So what's happened.
Right.
So the only reason to do it that way would be you want to see like who's resonating with the audience. And then how do we need to show more of that and less of the stuff that doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah. Because they're talking about all these post-production people who are supposed to work on this post-production. And so, and the money that's already been spent on filming the show. And then the contestants, I'm sure there's going to be contestants suing these people who maybe quit their jobs, gave up their lives for several months and thinking that, they were going to get followers. They're going to use this. They're going to become influencers. This is this platform. All that kind of stuff. And it's going to be a lot. And it's going to be a lot of money lost for ABC. And I guess the show's produced by Warner Brothers. Is that right? I don't even know. Warner Brothers is still a thing. This one woman just wreaks so much havoc. It's apropos.
Yeah.
That's kind of what she does.
Yeah.
She wreaks havoc.
And I think that there is the other women, though I think they obviously care about Taylor. They're pissed at her. They are pissed. And I think I've always been, they love her and they love her and hate her too. They, because she is the most popular one. So they know their wagon is hitched to her, but she's so unpredictable and all over the place. And, Yeah. Yeah. All right.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. All right.
So
is there anything that we've missed?
Probably, but I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Just from all of that. But I feel badly. I feel badly for Taylor, but she's in such pain.
Yes, she is. She's in a lot of pain.
And so is Dakota.
Yeah.
And I feel badly for their children. And I feel badly for Tate, who's trying to, co-parent with her, and that his kids, this must be very painful for him. All of it.
Yeah.
It's just,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure we're going to get people saying, oh, yeah.
Well, and that's the whole thing is that you're just going to no matter what Dakota has done or hasn't done, Taylor is, she is an adult, and that, she has a personal responsibility. And that's the stuff that drives me crazy is we all act like we aren't responsible for ourselves. And it's like, no, it's a little thing called accountability. You got stop blaming everybody else and saying they made me do it. It's like, no, you have control over what you say.
Yeah.
What you do.
And talk about responsibility. My God, that she wasn't even responsible enough to say, to even understand that she couldn't do this show. I don't know. Whoever her agent is who got her into this is really.
Again, I think she thought, when she signed the contract, I think she thought this would be great. I think she thought she assumed that by saying I'm the Bachelorette, that's going to make me not want to be with Dakota.
Get over Dakota.
Dakota. And as it got closer and closer and she wasn't over him and he kept provoking her, I think it became, and then everything becomes more and more intense. So, what a show.
Well, we'll report back next week. We'll finish up. We'll finish watching the rest of the season. We'll see what happens between now and then in the real world here. And
all right. Well, thank you so much for listening. We want to share with everyone a new podcast that's out. It's called Reality Behind Bars, and it is co-hosted by Dr. Ashley Scalaro, and the other co-host is Carolyn Fisher. And if you know those names, you might know them from our podcast. Dr. Ashley has been on our podcast several times, a lot to talk about Diddy and to talk about Karen Reed. We've had her on. She's a professor and a neuro-linguistics.
Cognitive neuro. Oh God, we should get this.
Cognitive neuro-linguistics. She knows her stuff. She's an expert. She's an expert in this.
Yes.
And Carolyn was also on our show. She had spent a year in a prison in Alabama, and she came on to talk about her experiences. So they are looking at various shows about the prison system. And Ashley, they both have very unique perspectives, something that, you don't get from anywhere else. So I highly recommend checking out Reality Behind Bars.
Yes. And we just talked to Dr. Ashley about
Corey Richens.
Already blanking on the name.
I've forgotten her name already. Corey Richens.
Just talked to her. And that's on our Patreon. So if you're interested in shows like that, we do a lot of stuff like that. And we do the true crime bonuses where we get down in the weeds a little bit more and sometimes talk to people, have experts, that type of thing. If you want to check out our Patreon.
Yeah. Or you can leave us a 5-star rating and review. You can follow us on social media. You can, follow the podcast, subscribe so that you always have it in your feed. And and spread the word of Psych Legal Pop. We really do appreciate it when people share episodes and tell other people about the show. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
Howdy, howdy, ho, and welcome to Fantasy Fan Fellas. I'm Hayden, producer of the Fantasy Fangirls podcast and your resident lover of all things Sanderson.
And I'm Steven, your bookish internet goofball, but you can call me the Smash Daddy.
And we are currently deep diving Brandon Sanderson's fantasy epic, Mistborn. But here's the catch. Steven here has not read Mistborn before.
That's right, hey. So each week, you'll get my unfiltered, raw reactions to every single chapter.
And along the way, we'll do character deep dives, magic explainers, and Steven will even try to guess what's next. Spoiler alert, he'll be wrong.
Newsflash, I'm never wrong. Episodes come out every Wednesday, and you can find Fantasy Fan Fellas wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, ladies.
When you've done the work, you want your hydration to do the same. Introducing new Gatorade Lower Sugar, now with no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or colors. And 75% less sugar and all the electrolytes of regular Gatorade, now available nationwide.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
This season on The Dream.
Supplies are being provided by nurses who run out in the middle of the night and purchase diapers. But a hospital is still charging as if they still have these items.
We are digging into every topic we've ever wanted to cover on this show.
It's a spinning plate analogy. The second that you stop spinning those plates, that crashes. So you can never stop working.
The Dream Season 4 comes at you weekly starting Monday, January 20th.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.